How's it going? This is Tuesday Brew. I'm Mr. Tolze. What did I just say?
I'm Mr.
Tizer.
Mr. Tyler Soze.
I'm Mr. Tyler Solze. Now I'm fucked today. I say it every week. What's your name? Mark. Hello, Mark. Loki Amos. Shall I just start?
Mate,
shall I start again?
Yeah,
Nah,
it's up
fuck
to
it.
you.
No, I
Fuck
can't.
it.
I can't be bothered.
Hello.
And Olly's here as well.
How you doing, guys?
Hello, Olly. The Predator this week. So
Exciting
yeah, I'm excited to hear
in
what
many
you guys,
ways.
what you guys think.
Yeah.
And then after that, Mark,
We're just going to have a couple of trailers and then what you've been up to.
how about 3 trailers? Should we have 1 trailer each?
Pushing it this week, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, and then what you been up to? Feel ready? Let's go. Okay, guys, what did you think of The Predator? Who should I go to first? You were eating a biscuit last week, Mark, so I'll go to
Okay,
you.
you go to me.
Did this save the franchise?
No.
Right.
Do you want to think about that? Just for a second?
Yeah. Mate, do you know what? Alright, I watched Predator, the Predator, the first one,
Yep.
then Predator 2,
Yep.
then Predators in the last few days, alright?
I think, Ollie, you did the same, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, I didn't go through all of them, but
Yeah.
just a couple.
You was on the WhatsApp group.
And I was
I
fucking pumped. I was
Yeah.
looking forward to it in the end. I was like, after I finished Predators, I was like, I can't wait to see this. You know, because even though we were like fucking shitting on the trailer, I was like, this is Shane Black. He's a good director. I'm really looking forward to it. Mate, it fucking sucked in so many ways. There's
Yeah.
some good bits about it, but there's a lot of shitty bits.
Yeah, well, can I just say, before we talk about it, people enjoyed this film.
Yes.
There was people in the cinema
Had time of their lives.
proper laughing,
Oh,
cheering.
there's funny jokes in the Predator film.
Yeah. Ollie, go on, just overall,
Yeah, I mean,
did you
Obviously,
enjoy any of it?
craps
Ollie?
on the trailers, haven't we? In the last couple of reviews I've done on it,
Yeah.
and I went in completely open-minded into this. It's late in the week. I just wanted to switch my brain off and be entertained, and it did that in parts.
Yeah.
But I was so conflicted during the film because I was enjoying it in bits, and then I was like, oh my god, that's so shit. But I'm not going to reserve. I'm just going to keep going with it.
Yeah.
But no, I think
Positive mental attitude.
yeah, that's it. Like you said, Mark, some cool bits, and yeah, they fucked it in a lot of ways.
Yeah. I'm going to start on good bits then, yeah?
Yep.
Because we always slag
Yeah,
stuff off.
yeah.
Mm.
Wait,
Hold on.
Oh, go on.
What did you think? Did you enjoy the film overall, what you saw?
I wanted to start with positive things, so I was just trying to avoid talking to me.
You asked us, we thought we'd ask you.
Okay.
Just tell your quick opinion and then tell us positive stuff.
Were you entertained?
I was bored out of my fucking mind.
Oh.
I really was. I'm sorry. Right, good. Back to good bits.
It ended?
Yeah. No, the score, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't watch The Predator this week. I was trying to just remember it from God knows how long ago. It's on telly every year. I've probably seen it in the last 2-3 years. And it had the same score. Straight out of the 1980s. You do not get music like that in action films now.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed it.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's something Steven Spielberg wouldn't throw out, that
Yeah.
action, strings, all the way through. Orchestral. I
Yeah.
liked it. I like that bit.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's a lot of links, wasn't there, to the film?
Right.
Well, when I say links, I mean-
you could call them Easter eggs for fans.
yeah.
Where people, I'll give you an example of the laugh of someone who's recognised an Easter egg. It'll be, as in they like. There's some motorbikes. So I talk about that one.
Yeah, go on, that's a good one.
Get to the choppers.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
It was forced,
Any
wasn't it? So
others?
forced.
There was. You were one beautiful motherfucker.
Yeah, because they
As
did
in,
that in all of them.
They swapped that, didn't they?
No,
it was,
because,
you were one ugly motherfucker.
Yeah, in the
Arnold.
first one. And in the
Yeah.
second one, he goes, you're one ugly mother. And then it stops. And then later
Right.
on, he's like, pussy face. It's like, what? That's number 2.
Yeah.
I
I thought you probably got a lot more of these references because I don't remember number 2 as well.
Oh, do you know what?
Gary
if I'm
Busey,
honest,
right?
yeah, and
Can I
Danny
just
Glover.
say-
Glover, yeah.
All this time I've thought that Boyd Holbrook, who starred in this film,
Yeah,
was meant to be related to Gary Busey's character. He wasn't.
no.
I don't know why they kept
Why do you
saying that.
Did they? Where?
Really? I didn't hear that.
Every sort of little update I get on my feed about the Predator, it was all about, oh yeah, he's playing the son. Just speculation, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's
people
boring.
always like to link it in, don't they? Though.
Yeah.
You know, you don't need to link it in.
So I like the score. It took me back to 1980s films.
I didn't mind the first Predator out of it. In the film, obviously, there's 2 predators. Yeah.
Well, not obviously.
Well.
Mind you, is it in the trailers?
Yes.
Yeah, it is in
Go on
the
then,
trailer,
sorry,
so
mate.
it's not a spoiler.
Yeah. There's 2 predators. Well, there could be more than 2, Mark.
Yeah,
we
there
won't
is.
know till the spoiler section.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, go
But
on.
the 2 predators that are in the trailer. So the first Predator is
Yeah.
a normal fucking size predator.
Amazing makeup.
And I liked him. He looked cool. Looked badass.
I like the way he moved.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
when he's running, he looked like
he
a
looked
powerful
better.
beast
Yeah.
running, you know, and he still looked athletic, but like a huge 7 foot muscular fucking
and the
beast.
sound of him on the roof was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because obviously in the original, their movements weren't as fluent. You know, I don't know.
And you can see like with all the fingers.
Yeah,
you
he's
can
like-
see it's gloved. It's like
It's like an
someone-
extra fucking.
It's like trying to do the washing up with extra large marigolds on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like picking stuff up
Yeah.
to fix himself. But this one, he looks a lot better with the way he moves and stuff. But as soon as the that one, that's where it changed for me.
So the big Predator CGI. Right?
Yeah, didn't like that.
Yeah. No, I like the practical effects of the first.
That's
Predator.
what I think they should keep.
Yeah, because
That's what
the
they should
makeup on that thing is amazing.
Yeah.
Think how much work goes into his face.
keep. Yeah, all the little movements and that, it looked great. And you know, you're seeing him like with all his armor taken off. You know, you don't really see it that often. 'Cause
Yeah.
he's always got his plates on his chest and his helmet and his like arm guards, and you saw him a bit more up close, which is I thought was quite cool.
There were some amazing props.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
I
I
pay
thought
a
that
lot of
was
money
nice.
for that helmet. It looks badass. man.
Cool, isn't it? What did you think of the comedy in it?
Right, Ollie had a problem with this. The trailers, right?
Yeah.
Comedy, yeah. Keegan Michael Key. He
Yeah.
was alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought some of it was good.
Yeah.
My problem with it, and with a lot of things in the film, is there's too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they just dialed down, like with the swearing and stuff, well, I know it sounds sad, but it's like, oh, we've said the word fuck in it. We naughty, we're going to say it 600 times, you know what I mean? It just chill out on that, and some of the jokes, dialed it back a bit, and I think they wouldn't have been,
Do you
wouldn't have
think
been far
that's
off being
part of
pretty
the reason they made them all a bit crazy? Because they kind of push it a little bit further.
Yeah, this is not an elite team. Well, they're all elite soldiers, aren't they? But
they're his brothers at the end, you know.
oh, I missed that bit.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, they're just like the loony bunch.
So I think that's why I think they pushed it a little bit too much. You're right, it is a little bit too much. There'd be bits that I smirk and laugh at.
Yeah.
Right, but then I'm like, everyone's still laughing everywhere, and I'm just sitting there watching, thinking, "What's funny?" You know?
Yeah.
You've already done this joke. You know, you said the same kind over and over and over.
I think the jokes, a lot of them are flat. The difference with Keegan Michael Key is the timing. You can tell he's a decent comedian because his timing was great.
Yeah, yeah.
And he bounced a lot off
Thomas Jane.
Jane, who, mate, I feel a bit sorry for guys with Tourette's.
God, seriously, this is one of my pet peeves. Like, I work at a special needs school. You guys have both worked there as well.
Yeah.
I've got a beef with people when they play people with disabilities or
Disorders,
mental illness disorders. It just makes me uncomfortable with it because either they do it really shit. Because if you're around it a lot and you know what the traits and etc. are, and you see people doing it or acting, pretending it, and it's cringy.
But it's not even like
and especially someone like Tourette's, and then it's designed saying
problem,
naughty swear words to get laughs.
Yeah,
and
that's
it's like,
what it
hang
is.
on a minute, you just sort of really
using disability for laughter.
yeah,
No.
and you could then someone might turn around and say, "Oh, hang on a minute, don't be so sort of prissy about it. Maybe it's raising awareness or normalising it slightly." But it's shit. You're not. You're just.
I didn't like the reaction of the other actors to the Tourette's.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
They're
Especially
playing off it, weren't they?
The scientist, the brains, was Olivia Munn or Munn.
Munn, yeah.
Olivia Munn.
Munn.
Yeah, she was a bit fucking mean. about
Yeah.
the Tourette's thing. Anyway, yeah, and also the autism, Boyd Holbrook's son, played by the kid from Room.
Yes. Jacob Tremblay or something.
He was
Crap.
Tremblay.
Yeah, he was crap in that, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Right, he's great in The Room, and he's in Wonder. I've not seen Wonder yet.
He's the go-to kid for films now.
But I just kept thinking throughout this film, I know he's trying to say positive, was you don't need it. I say this in most films. the character doesn't need to be there. He didn't need to be there for this film.
There were a lot of characters in this film, weren't there?
Yeah, and there's so many that he didn't.
But before we go on, he was on the autistic spectrum, right?
Yeah.
So do you feel the same about that?
Definitely, yeah.
Was that raising awareness?
That's changing. I think it's just really poorly done. Like, his little. Oh, I wipe my nose. The back of my hand is like my little trait or something. You know, it's just weak. If you want to see like the film X and Y, British film about a kid, got Rafe Spall in it, and the main character is the boy. I'll look him up in a bit.
What's the film called?
X and Y.
X and Y.
And it's about a kid who joins the sort of mathletes in his school for an international competition. He comes out of his shell a bit. He's got a distance. His dad's deceased, and he's got a strained relationship with his mother because they can't find it hard to connect.
Right.
And they eventually end up doing it through his love of maths and the maths teacher. That is like amazing portrayal of someone with autism, spot on. So I'd really recommend that if you're interested in.
So in that. And that was an actor playing an autistic.
Yeah, young lad. You'll recognise. I'll find him in a bit.
There was a Paddy Considine film you recommended to me years ago.
Dead Man's Shoes.
Yeah.
Toby Kebbell
He
plays
that amazingly well.
Yeah, God. Yeah.
So it's all.
I was going to buy that the other day. You know?
That's a great film.
It's about. Go on, mate. Yeah.
No. Yeah. That film is just awesome. Yeah. Paddy Considine. That scene where they're in the bar and that druggie goes, "What are you looking at?"
Yeah.
You fucking. Yeah. Just so intense and that's one of the best performances, Paddy Considine.
The performances of disabled characters is important, but the script, man.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think Shane Black researched Tourette's or autism or Asperger's or Asperger's, as we call it in this country. So anyway, go on with your point.
I can't remember what point.
So we've gone on about 10 different tangents.
We didn't finish the disability bit. But you were saying that...
God, I couldn't remember. What were you saying?
I don't know. But I was just going to say something about Shane Black, so we're talking about Shane Black.
Go on.
All right. This guy's made some great films. All right.
Such as?
He's done Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, Iron Man 3, Edge, which is a TV movie, The Nice Guys, The Predator. All right. So I've enjoyed... Iron Man 3 weren't great, but it wasn't the worst fucking Marvel film they've made.
No.
But Kiss Kiss Bang Bang was a great film.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then Nice Guys was really good. So you kind of think, especially with someone like Shane Black, who's been in the original Predator film.
Yeah, we forget that, don't we?
We know he
loves it.
Yeah, he should know how much this means to people. This kind of film, this 1987 blockbuster, action film, sci-fi action flick, people loved, and I feel like he shit on it a little bit.
Well, everything he added to it took stuff away. I thought. Predators don't talk for me.
We never had subtitled Predators stuff in it.
They never called the Predators.
No.
They were mysterious.
I mean, maybe we'll get a bit more into the like eulogising about the original Predator later, but the whole great thing about that was the Predator was really sinister because you didn't see that much or hear that much of it. It was the mystery of it, and by then exposing him like that, seeing so much of
everywhere, and just
just then becomes the norm. It's not scary, is it?
There's no tense.
Exactly. As
Could
you
imagine,
say, in the original, you don't know where he was.
Us when we were younger in the 80s.
Oh man,
we'd seen Predator, right? And imagine someone coming and saying, "Next film, Predator. They're going to have Predator dogs." We would have gone out of our minds. These Predator dogs weren't scary at all.
No, but also I'm like, why does your dog? Is it inbred? Are you inbreeding with your dogs? Because your dog's got dreadlocks as well.
That's the thing about aliens. If an alien's got a dog, it's got to look like him. It's got to be it's got dreadlocks, right?
In Alien, the third one, Predators,
which I liked.
That was better than number 2.
They had hounds in that, didn't they?
Yeah, and they had like spikes off them and stuff like that.
I don't know how the fuck them things eat.
I don't remember those.
They had massive horns on their heads.
Yeah, they kind of run around. They're like, Wah!
Good for stabbing, not so good for trying to eat.
Yeah.
So we're saying he's done a lot of good films. He's written a lot of good films.
Yeah. He obviously his first breakout film was Lethal Weapon.
Yeah. That's it. But we watch films and we slag them off and we say, well, it's studio involvement. It's like screenings. I think this was all Shane Black.
Yeah.
I think it had some reshoots, but I think this is just what he wanted to make and he did it.
Yeah.
Some of the action's good, some of the comedy's good, but all the extra crap, man.
But I just think
that's the nail on the head. I think some of the action was good, some of the comedy was good, and like I was saying earlier on, just take half the shit out, and you've probably got a half decent 7.5 out of 10 film there.
Yeah.
But sorry, I'm jumping back from that kid's name. Asa Butterfield is the actor from X and Y. We're jumping. You've been in. He was in like an Ender's Game and stuff like that.
Oh, he's a good actor. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, just flitting back there. Hugo and all that.
Hugo, that's it. Also, there's a kid on Mars. That's not the title of the film.
No,
but he's also in a film about a kid on Mars.
Oh,
that's all my knowledge of him. Hugo was a great film.
Yeah.
Scorsese, right?
Is that it?
Anyway,
do
we have anything else?
I was going to say, what did you think of the obviously the main character, Boyd Holbrook?
I think he did well with what he had. I think the main character. I don't think he was over the top.
I think in the trailer he looked like he was going to be one of the worst things in it.
Yeah,
but he turned out to be one of the better things.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
he's a good actor. He's a good action film.
Yeah, he was good in Logan.
Star. Yeah, I think we'll see him in a lot more action stuff.
Yeah.
Logan was good in that. Yeah. He was menacing in that, wasn't he?
Did you know Schwarzenegger was supposed to be in this?
Was he?
Oh, Shane Black wrote a part for him, but the part wasn't big enough for Schwarzenegger. So
okay, I'm kind of glad because cameos are almost as bad as Get to the Choppers. You know,
because a bit, the bit he was supposed to be was near the end, like helping save people. That's all it was. He wasn't fighting or nothing. Just like come with me. You know.
Oh no,
I would have had him
he said no.
playing the Predator, and then not tell anyone. And then later say, "Oh look, did you know Daniel Craig was a stormtrooper? Or did you know Arnie was in it?" Anyway.
Yeah, that would be cool.
But as you say, practical effects were great. The CGI, fucking stupid.
Nah, that.
If you think what a 6 foot predator,
spoilers,
yeah, mate.
So much.
I'm just gonna say a 6 foot predator is menacing enough. So when the 10 foot one comes, I think
it's 11 foot, mate.
11, sorry. Yeah. I thought, well, fucking hell, what's he gonna do? Did he do anything different? Really?
He's more violent.
Okay,
he was able to evolve, wasn't he?
Okay, let's do spoilers and go to Mark Gorham.
The thing I was about to say was the dogs, alright?
Yeah.
When they're killing the dogs, talking about CGI, and he shoots the dog while it's jumping through the air and it explodes, right? That is fucking poor CGI.
Yeah.
You know, it kind of blew up. We know it's green blood in the Predator, but it was just like really bad. Then he slid across it, you know.
It's a bit like, do you reminded me of Slimer in Ghostbusters?
Yeah. Do you know that the blood of the Predator is made from, you know what, them little neon stick things?
Yeah, glow sticks.
Yeah, that and KY jelly.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I suppose he kept it throughout all the films they've made since the original. So I was like, oh, that's quite cool.
So these super elite predators, they don't cover their tracks very well.
No.
Wait, mate, you've got glow-in-the-dark blood. Maybe you want to sort that out before you run off, so you don't get followed.
Yeah. And what do you think? Those dogs did nothing.
No.
Did they? They didn't Did they take anyone out? I don't think they did they?
No.
The big predator owns these dogs, right?
Yeah.
And it has a shot of him coming to Earth, and it's almost like he brought his dogs to work day.
Yeah.
He brought them on the ship.
Like you see these gangsters, and they've got these big dogs, and these are my mutts, and like, those dogs are barking on big fucking chains around their neck. That's what it kind of looked like.
They had a pit bull in it, didn't they?
Yeah.
What did he do? Nothing.
Just barked.
Did he die?
No, he didn't even do.
You thought it might have been a dog fight?
No, it wasn't as much as that. But he thought he could protect the boy, but then he didn't. And then when they're getting onto the chopper, you see the dog running towards the chopper, and you think, oh, okay, he's going to have his dog with him, and it's going to protect it. It was going to have some sort of role. It didn't. No. So what the fuck was the point of seeing a dog run towards them? It served no purpose. It was weird. Maybe they cut it out. Maybe they took it out later.
Maybe there were reshoots. Yeah, there are things in this. There were things in this film where you think, why are they there?
Yeah.
There were some things which worked really well, like to get out. There was a great escape scene from the lab.
That's brilliant. That's I wanted to talk.
It was really good. Just before I forget what I'm talking about, things that were left in that were good was the fact that to open these doors, you had to decontaminate yourself, which means you had to take your clothes off, which meant when approached by the Predator, Olivia Munn was left alone because she had her clothes off for a legitimate reason. She was because they don't attack people who don't threaten them.
Yeah, if you've got a gun or something, they're more likely to kill you than if you just stood there. Like,
it's not a worthy opponent, is it? If they're not there just to wipe people out for no reason.
Women and children don't kill. They hunt. That's all they're doing.
It's not clever writing, but it makes sense. But other things, like you said, with dogs, that why are they there? But go on, mate. The escape scene.
The escape scene. That was just brilliant because it just showed him as like a brutal sort of killing machine, as it were. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't. He didn't have any of his gadgets
or
his weapons. He was just using his environment, and not seen that before.
Yeah,
he was using the tools around him, like you'd see like a Jason Bourne or Bond or something like that, would do. And we've seen the action films. It's like a Predator version of that kind of scene. I thought that was really cool.
I think the only thing at that scene it was when it first started, that scene, I was like, I don't really want to see a Predator that, because what you were saying earlier about them hidden in the bushes and stuff, that's what I really liked about the originals. So when you saw him laying on the table, I was like, is this going to be giving away too much? But as you say, the escape scene just worked out really well.
It was a
so I kind of forgot about that.
Well choreographed action scene.
Yeah.
But like you say, didn't have no weapons.
And you saw the practical effects then because he looked proper cool.
Yeah, because the weapons are cool, but I don't really like his weapons, especially in Predator 2, where he's got that fucking disc that can cut people in half.
Yeah.
So then you're like, all these situations, just get your fucking disc out. You've got a disc in your pocket that can cut people in half.
Yeah.
Why are you not doing that all the time?
But this is the same thing about this film. When you got the massive Predator at the end and he's fighting the main character, I'm going to pick you up and throw you 20 yards.
Well,
you've been slicing people with a fucking 4-foot blade out of your hand for the past 20 minutes.
Or his claws.
Yeah.
Like that bloke on the table, cut his face open. It's like, there you go, you're dead, mate.
Cut a bloke's head with his literally didn't even break a sweat.
Yeah.
And then he punched the big Predator, punched the other Predator's skull in with one punch.
Yeah.
Right, so he could do that to any of these people.
But you'd rather pick them up and...
But shall we talk about the end? Because I did sort of miss the end.
Mate, you're probably good that you missed the end because that's probably the worst thing in the whole fucking film.
The very ending?
The very ending.
Okay, yeah.
Go on then. So I left you guys. They were in the jungle. I think most people were still alive. They kind of team up with the bad government guys at the end.
Yeah.
And the Predator gives them 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Which I didn't like. He spoke, didn't he?
Yeah.
In English.
Translated. His machine's got a translator.
Oh, fair enough. Okay.
Yeah.
And they leg it, right?
Yeah, they leg it, and basically they're getting picked off sort of one by one.
All the red coats are getting picked off.
Keegan's character and Thomas James's character sort of pair up together and say, we're going to cause a
Are they gay?
No, I think they're just good friends.
No, you know, he shot Keegan. His character. We got to find his name. That's fucking annoying now.
Keegan Michael Key.
That's the one. His character shot was it Chopper down in friendly fire?
Yeah.
And Thomas James' character was the only survivor.
Oh, that's how they became friends.
That's their link, I think.
Right. Okay.
Anyway, they say, we'll cause a distraction. They look the Lord of the Predator.
It's still quite funny because that's bit where they're kind of risking their life, and he's like, I don't want to talk to you. What are you fucking doing that for? Telling that we're going to defend.
I like it when he says, "Well, how long are you going to live?" Do you know what I mean? Might as well just fucking do this now.
Yeah. They end up setting the Predator on fire via trap, and then they end up dying, don't they?
Yeah.
Getting impaled.
But it's kind of like a little thing. They're both looking at each other. One's got his guts hanging out. One's impaled on the tree. And they're like looking at each other, like nod, and they lift their guns up towards each other. They're like, "Yeah, let's do this," and they shoot each other, and kind of kill each other.
You kind of know,
yeah,
because one of them killed a load of friendly fire, so he's got guilt, so he needs to die. And then the lone survivor of that same attack, he's going to die as well.
Yeah.
But did you like their deaths?
It's alright. I think they kind of
they commit suicide. They do a dual sort of suicide.
Yeah,
thing.
they kind of kill each other.
Okay.
And it turns out the Predator was after the son. In
Right,
terms of because
tell me you knew that when he said the true warrior is the guy with the same surname as the kid.
Yeah, it's because earlier Olivia Munn's character turned around and went, "Oh, they say that people with autism are a higher spectrum, so he's more involved than
higher
us."
evolved. Yeah.
Okay, can I also just say, the autism wasn't researched that well then, because not everyone's fucking Rain Man.
No,
You know what I mean?
that's it.
Not everyone's solving NASA problems.
Yeah.
Autism is fucking horrible. Do you know what I mean? It destroys people's lives sometimes. Anyway, carry on.
So that was it, really. So then they try and
So the Predator's on fire.
move on. It's fine.
How did he distinguish?
He kidnaps. Yeah, he falls into the water, doesn't he? He falls off the cliff into the kidnaps his son, doesn't he? Or was that afterwards?
He kidnaps his
his son on the ship.
Yeah, takes his ship.
Main character.
Sorry, wasn't there a ship destroyed? Oh, his ship.
His ship.
Yeah, his ship. Yeah,
because he blew up the little Predator ship, didn't he?
Go on, yeah.
And then main character, his boy Nebraska and Nettles jump on the ship from the cliff. Okay, and they're hanging on whilst the ship's flying around.
And what's that religious one jumps on there as well? What's his name?
Nettles.
That's his name.
Is it Nettles or something like that, isn't it?
Just to backtrack a little bit, he kidnaps the kid. Because the kid has got a bit of tech of his.
No, because
he's evolved.
What they do, they go around the galaxy. They take the
DNA and stuff.
Yeah,
we've had like 30 years of ripping out skulls with spines attached, and they gave that meaning, didn't they?
They used the spinal fluid.
Right.
Okay,
so why didn't he just rip that kid's head off, And take his spine.
Yeah. So, and then the three of them jump onto the spaceship.
Yep.
The force field starts coming over the spaceship. Main character dives underneath.
Boyd Holbrook.
Nebraska jumps over the force field and lands on top. And then Nettles doesn't see it coming. It chops his legs off and he flies off.
Right.
Then what was a weird thing next is the Boyd Holbrook's underneath, looking up through the force field, and Nebraska's there, and he starts coughing up blood, right?
Yeah, I think it's air. I kept thinking it's because of where they were in the sky.
Okay, I didn't think they're that high, but it's almost like, the smoking's caught up with him. Because he gets smoking throughout the whole film, doesn't he? I thought, I've got this to me. And then he coughs up blood, and he puts his finger up, and then goes and jumps into the engine to take the spaceship down.
Yeah, I'm going to kill myself now. And just runs with his gun, jumping, firing into the engine. Yeah. Into it, whips round, and it blows up.
Yeah. And then Boyd Holbrook goes, breaks into the ship. Predator shoots him up. The plane crashes, and then they have a big old set to what's her name? Olivia Munn, sorry.
Yeah.
Has the camouflage thing. Jumps out of nowhere. Like, how did she turn such a bad? She was like a scientist, right?
Don't they?
And she's doing gun.
Nervous scientist as well from the beginning. She's not like an action hero.
So she leaps onto the 11-foot Predator and starts shooting into his head and stuff like that, and then. He ends up. What do they use to cut the Predator's arm off? Oh yeah, they use the force field again, don't they? The Predator gets thrown against the ship. The boy inside the ship quickly turns the force field on, chops the Predator's arm off, which the dad eventually ends up pointing the weapon to him. Yeah, and then uses it as a gun, and they blow the Predator up. And the Predator's lying there, no arms and legs.
Is this ship in the sky?
No, the ship's grounded now. Okay. Sorry, Predator's laying there with no legs or arms, and Boyd Holbrook goes at. Cox is going. He says, "What does he say?
What the fuck are you?
What the fuck are you?" And he goes,
that's a line from number one. Isn't
and
it?
He starts going. Right, he goes, "Shut the fuck up," and shoots him. Doesn't it? Within 2 seconds of asking, which seemed to be the line of the film.
Asked him a question, and before the guy could answer, it is like a coup de grace. What's it called?
Whatever.
Just fucking
bullshit.
Proper mullered his face with bullets. It's like.
And then I'll let you tell the final scene, which
so basically,
the son doesn't kill anyone. The dad kills.
No, that kid only kills someone when he wears a helmet in the beginning, doesn't he? When it
accidental.
Yeah, accidental. Sorry, But so this goes. It's all finished, and it opens up in a warehouse. And he,
in the future,
what's the fucking main character's name again? Holbrook.
Boyd
Holbrook walks in wearing his military uniform. Looks a bit fucking stupid because his hair's all hanging out the sides and stuff, and his little hat.
Judgmental.
Yeah, sorry, I just looked at him and thought, you're a badass through the film.
Did it do a little 2 years later or something?
No, it's just kind of walked in, and then the scientist bloke's kind of shaking his head going, oh my god, yeah, nice to meet you, yeah, the first Predator was trying to get us, they was trying to give something to Earth to protect them from the Predators. Oh my god,
this whole story, yeah.
Alright, so basically, when
you're missing out that the boy now works.
Yeah, he works there with these people, these scientists.
For the government.
Yeah.
Who were originally a bad government scientists. Right?
Oh, they're basically trying to work out about the Predator and all stuff like that, and trying to his behaviour and
I kept all the way through. I kept thinking, why are these the bad guys? Sterling K. Brown was good enough when he was a bad leader. It's because they were going to lobotomise the witnesses of.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's why they're bad.
All right. So basically, what you didn't say about when he blew the ship up was the thing that the first Predator was trying to protect and to give to the human race was
the little Predator was a rogue Predator who wanted to save the human race by giving them
this thing. I'm gonna tell you what it is, all right?
Ooh, but when he tenterhooks,
it kind of blows the ship up, and it's got a safe mechanism, hasn't it? It kind of fires out, saves itself. This box, and they got it in this warehouse, and they're like, "What is it?" And all of a sudden, it goes, starts opening.
Can I just before you say, does the kid who now works for him was he wearing a little white jacket?
No.
Did he have any sort of uniform?
He has little glasses and a little clipboard. No, he didn't.
So it opens up.
It opens up. And my first thought was it's going to be a xenomorph or something.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. It opens up and this like little thing pops up and floats, like this little like rockety kind of thing. And they're like, what is it? And all of a sudden it flies onto this bloke's arm and starts opening up like the Iron Man suit.
A random bloke?
Yeah, like a scientist. It lands on his arm, starts like Iron Man suit style kind of coming over his whole body, all over his face, and it's like a robot Predator.
And two of the guns pop up on the shoulder.
And aims at all the scientists, and then goes back in, and then falls off his arm. And then boys
kills all the scientists.
No, just aims at all.
Yeah,
it's like a robot version of the Predator,
right.
Like a suit, and it falls on the floor. And Boyd's like, "There's my new uniform there." You know, it's like, And it
You know, he
ends.
goes, yeah, you're not doing it justice. He goes, the scientist goes, what is that? He goes, that's my new suit, Bubba.
Yeah, oh
No.
god.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's proper cheesy and it ended.
That's it, done.
Then it
Yeah,
ended.
that's how it
Yeah.
ended.
Like a proper robot suit, you know, like an Iron Man suit.
It said
did
the
that.
ship communicator said this is the boy translated it. It said something like it's the Predator killer.
Yeah.
So that's it.
And then
I'm
Black
hoping
Sabbath
that's not going to
came
lead on to
That's what they need, a bit of Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
Oh
Bubba.
shit, wrong film, yeah.
That
No.
sounds like a post-credit scene that you would have been sad
Yeah.
you waited to see.
Oh mate, it looked awful. And I was just like that, what the fuck has this franchise come to? You know? And it really pissed me off because I was just like, I could deal with some of the cheesy shit, I can deal
Yeah.
with some of the bad CGI, I can even deal with the 11-foot Predator that I didn't like, you know.
The CGI, it wasn't that it was bad, it's that they used it for close-ups on the big Predator. At the very least, do the leaping about 10-foot Predator
Yeah.
with CGI because you have to. But when he's looking at a computer screen, you know, when it's in the kid's house, use a fucking prop.
Yeah.
But they didn't. Yeah. Well,
But I just didn't like, because obviously the original Predator, when he wore his mask, that's when we didn't really see much infrared either, did we?
no, a
Did you
few
notice
little
that?
glimpses through the jungle. But going back, I just want to talk a little bit about the Predator, the first Predator film.
Yeah.
before you do,
Yeah.
don't worry about Alien versus Predator. Can you two just put them in order for me? Is the best one the first one?
The first
For
one.
me, yeah,
first,
definitely.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Then the third,
Predators.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then,
second.
Yeah.
okay, so the second one is better than this.
Yeah.
Okay, go on, Ollie.
Yeah, I just watched it in full the other day. And
Okay.
I was saying to you guys,
Yeah.
I hadn't watched it. Since I remember watching it. It took me back to like when I was, I don't know, 10, 11, watching it the first
Yeah.
time, or 12, whatever old I was. But just watching it through from start to finish. Like I've only watched it in bits when it's been on the TV. It's on every year, isn't it? Watched
Yeah.
it little bits here and there, and just watching it all through just made me appreciate what a fucking quality film that is. And we were talking about last week with The Nun and the sort of the lack of tension in the film.
Yeah.
This, watching it again, you've seen every scene loads and loads of times. Still, there's that tension. You don't see the Predator for ages. You just the build up. You hear the noise. You
Yeah.
see boop, 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 as
Yeah.
he's looking through the thermal. You see little glimpses of his hand first of all. Then you
Yeah.
see the camouflage, and you see it without. And every time you're feeling it as the soldiers are feeling it in the jungle. You know, seeing little bits of tension, seeing little glimpses of the weapon. Then you're seeing like even the scene when must be Shane Black's character. The first guy is killed out of the troop, and they discover it. They don't discover his body. I don't think, do they? They just
like parts of it.
yeah, and they just pans up. You see the dripping on the leaves, the blood on the leaves, and you
Yeah.
panning up and up and up, and you're just seeing a little bit more blood. Then you're seeing a little bit more
Yeah.
up, and just keeps going it's like a pan for like 10,
Yeah.
15 second
Like
pan,
up a-
just
like a
further up
branch
into a
or
tree. Yeah, exactly. And just little things like that. The tension
Something-
was just superb.
Sorry, dog's going crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah. And when you first see the Predator,
yeah.
because you're almost seeing him a lot, aren't you? You don't know what you're looking at.
Because you kind
Yeah.
of seen the shape of him and like.
Can I just
Fuzzy.
say, when I first saw the Predator, I remember my mum and dad talking about it, and I think they said, "Oh, can Adam see this? What about those skin bodies hanging up?" And I was like, "What are they talking about?" I did end up seeing it,
Yeah.
but I didn't know it was about aliens. That
Really?
was the best thing about
Yeah.
it, is that I
Okay.
went into this film and you assume it's like a rival gang in the jungle
yeah.
or a single bloke, and when it turns out to be an alien, it was a surprise for me.
Yeah, and that bit at the end was just, the whole last sort of quarter of the film of Arnie just taking him on his own. I mean,
Yeah.
that's something else. The survival,
great, yeah.
the man against beast, and then that bit where the Predator just takes his helmet off and he's like,
Yeah.
right, we're going to fight one-on-one, no
Yeah.
gadgets. And you're like, shit, I remember the tension. Like, fucking hell, what's
Good,
going
isn't
on?
Yeah.
And you see the face, you're like, shit, never seen anything like that before. And then when Arnie we think he's beaten and he crawls down into the trap he's made.
Yeah.
You think, oh,
And it
fuck
fucks
for that.
up,
And it
doesn't it?
walks
It goes
over, and then
over,
Arnie,
yeah.
that's probably the best bit of acting he's ever done. His look where he shits himself
Yeah.
without he starts stepping over. No! And then he
boots
pulls
up
it out of the bag,
fucking,
doesn't he? Yeah, and drops the log on him. It's just,
Yeah,
man,
mate, it's great.
I just love it.
It's also that film knows how to balance comedy, tension, all
Yeah.
the elements that you want in a film.
But do you
right?
think the comedy in that film is you look back on it and think, that's so fucking cheesy.
Yeah.
It's so cheesy, it's good. I don't know if I appreciated the comedy at the time. I don't know if the knife in his chest and Arnie going, stick
Stay-
around.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know if I would have cracked up at that.
That
But
was
looking back,
improvised, apparently. I was going to ask you both this. Would the 1990s versions of us have loved this film?
Nah,
you can't say that, though, can
It's
you?
hard,
you
because
might
the
have
te-
enjoyed
the
it
technology.
because you're age.
Because you can say we
You've got your
enjoyed...
pug attacking me with
the
this
first-
fucking
Oh, sorry.
stuffed animal.
We've got to stop
Grace,
having this pug
come
in
here.
here. Yeah, she's like a cannibal. You know, that's a cuddly pug, right? And you're a pug. Don't eat it.
She's gone for the eyes straight away.
Yeah.
She's a vicious little beast.
Yeah, because we appreciated the Predator at the time, but you're saying you watched it recently and you still enjoyed
It
it.
stood up.
So
Definitely.
Do you know what I would be really sad about is if someone who went to see tonight went to see the new Predators, right?
Yeah.
Or the Predator, and then watched the original and went, I prefer the new one. It would really disappoint me, but there will be people like that, you know, because when I was saying about the comedy in the original, most of that was before the killing starts.
Yeah.
And then it stopped. And then
you're right.
Really
you're spot on. I don't think there's anything.
No, and then it got really hard because they all start dying off. They're still joking
normal.
and laughing. Yeah.
Normal. People cracking jokes when they're seeing people sliced up.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
crazy.
It was a very stripped down Predator compared to this, wasn't it?
Right.
Dutch didn't have a son and a wife and an estranged family. The Predator didn't have a ship, did he? In the first one?
No, I think it's just in the jungle, isn't he?
Mate, I'm gonna go thumbs. I think we've spoken enough about it.
Yeah.
I probably need another watch.
Yeah.
But I want to give it no thumbs. But the fact that I was so bored in an action film where people were getting sliced up, I'm going to give it a thumbs down. Sorry, everyone. Ollie?
I'm going to go halfway house, thumbs in the middle here.
Yeah, I'll go neutral.
So no thumbs.
No thumbs. I'm going neutral. Yeah, I expected it to be.
Well, you expected it to be shit.
Yeah, and it wasn't much above that, but
Okay.
it was above it.
Okay.
So I'm going to give it a little bit of credit because I think some of the comedy was good, and that surprised me.
Yep.
And some of the action was good, and but there was just too much cheesy
My favourite
shit in there.
comedy line was, "How do you give a homeless man? How do you circumcise a homeless man? Kick his mum in the chin."
Yeah.
Crack me up.
That was good.
Yeah.
Again, Keegan-Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on, Grace. Leave.
I'll do flat as neutral as well.
Okay.
All right. Just because they are Predators, and and I love the Predator films.
I think the fact that I love the Predator films and the film started off okay.
Yeah.
I'd given it a thumbs down because it let me down.
I think if it was a film that didn't have Predators and a different alien in it, I think that film would have sucked even more.
Right.
But because it's a character that you relate to from your childhood, you kind of have this kind of soft spot that you for it. So you kind of let it off a
Rose tinted glasses a little bit.
Yeah.
I think the scripting let it down big time. She had a decent enough cast there. The characters are good. Who was played the main guy, the bad guy? I can't remember his name. He's in Black Panther, wasn't he?
Sterling K. Moss.
Yeah. I quite liked him. In parts I thought he was really good and quite natural.
He's a great actor.
And then some parts I thought he well over the top.
K. Brown.
Sorry, Sterling K. Moss? Who's that? What
Sterling Moss, the race driver.
It's one word sets me off, Sterling, and I go in a completely different... Yeah, Sterling K. Brown.
Raheem Sterling, yeah.
Yeah, Raheem Sterling. He was in... after playing for England, he was in Hotel Artemis.
Yeah.
So he was quite cool in some places, and in some places he was a bit over the top.
Yeah.
They don't make any more.
That's why I'm thinking the end scene was they purely put that in there to see how this one did.
And they're gonna really fucking shit on that idea, and they're gonna be like, "Nah, we better not, because we're not gonna make no money if we start playing around with that shit."
I have a feeling young people love it, and they're going to make another one.
15. That's another thing.
Was it?
That was a 15.
I've got to say about the violence.
That was not a 15 when we were younger.
It's
was
18.
No, yeah.
Is when that big 11-foot predator grabs the bloke, and this bloke, like you said earlier, he punched him in the face.
This is hard, mate, because I end spoilers at our ratings.
Oh,
now
sorry.
You're doing no,
I just want to say, so when
I don't care. Go on.
He smashes him in the face with one punch.
Yeah.
But he gets in the normal bloke in the cellar, and he's got his knife, and he's like stabbing the fucking shit out of him. Really
unnecessary.
Yeah, over the top, killing. I was like, whoa, man, that's a bit fucking hard. You could have just stabbed him once.
There's no way, that just shows how desensitised we are. If that's a 15, because the amount of I sound like a right dad, but the amount of swearing and the type of violence there was, it was really nonchalant but fucking graphic.
Yeah.
It was like it did me. I'll swat the thing, his skull smashed in places. I'll slash his face up, stab this guy, cut him to bits. A lot of armed forces on armed forces as well. I know you spoke earlier about how do we know they're the bad guys?
Well,
the
not
government.
all of them are the bad guys.
No, and there was a real sort of joy in these ex-army guys taking out other army guys. I thought that was really weird because it's really tried to celebrate the military right at the end, where he comes in as lieutenant, all in his gear, and to sort of really respect and salute. But then you really enjoying killing each other during the film. So
that's weird because you're thinking, well, they're the bad army guys. But then the guys we're rooting for are like in friendly. They're bad guys.
Yeah,
They're in
yeah,
a
yeah.
therapy group. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Anyway.
That's hard to watch. Yeah. Well, overall, it's a thumbs down from me. But I think young people will like it.
Yep.
I think people. I think young people love it. I think older people maybe not so much. They'll see it for what it is, and it's a bit rubbish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
It is a shame. Ollie?
Mate, you summed it up beautifully.
Okay. We'll be back in a bit. Okay, guys. Trailers this week. I saw a good one. Carey Mulligan, Jake Gyllenhaal. It's not, is it? It's Gyllenhaal, right?
Gyllenhaal, yeah, I
Are
think.
you sure? Why am I trusting you, Mr. Condry?
It's a conjuring.
Yeah, you're right. Jake Gyllenhaal.
My next Batman. That's what I want. Him to be my next Batman. Yeah.
I think he'd be good.
Be great.
Oh, well, no, I think he'd be.
What, in Batman or this?
Oh no, yeah. Sorry, this. It's a hard trailer to talk about because it's going to be brilliant. It looks beautiful. The performances are going to be amazing. Carey Mulligan, Jake Gyllenhaal. They're a family. This is 1950s.
Looks like it, yeah.
Yeah.
By the decor and the clothes,
You
etc.
can see the sort of nuclear time. I don't know even how to describe that. But yeah, it's a family in crisis, a couple in crisis. They've got a kid. And there's a line, isn't there, about men? They either go crazy or it's a woman. Was that the line?
Yeah, I think so.
It just looked painful, didn't it?
Yeah.
There's a lot of crying scenes in the trailer.
It's definitely not going to be a jolly film, is it?
No, so it looks like there's infidelity involved, doesn't it?
Okay.
I think.
Yeah. There's a lot of
That's implied in the trailer.
trust issues.
Yeah.
With him and his wife.
So what he asked his boy,
Yeah.
Is there anything you...
I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate when couples involve their kids in their bullshit. Yeah, it looks amazing. And Paul Dano, who you said he's directing this year.
Yeah.
God, we've had some amazing breakout,
Directors.
their debuts. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I want people to have a look at that trailer and
That's good.
see what they think.
It's not normally my when you start. Sorry.
Cup of tea?
Yeah, it's not normally my cup of tea.
Well, I always think they are, because as soon as I see a trailer like this, this will be an Oscars thing for Mark.
I think it started off and I was just like, what's this going to be like?
It's going to be a slog.
Yeah. But then it kind of... But then I don't mind films like that. As I say, I watched Take Shelter the other day, and that is a great fucking film.
Okay, that's not an action film.
No, it's slow, and it's really slow paced, but it's so well delivered.
But you finish it and you're like, fuck me.
Yeah, and I started watching the interviews and stuff after.
Oh, okay.
About it, so I think this is kind of the film that it's gonna...
It's got a similar sort of look to Take Shelter.
Yeah. I like that natural look, anyway.
Yeah, I don't want to say sepia.
I don't know what I'm talking about, saying maybe it's not my sort of cup of tea, but yeah, it's got a nice natural look to it.
It looks like all the reviews are saying Carey Mulligan's best performance, etc. It looks like a possible Oscar contender performance from her.
Yeah.
I think it'll be really interesting to see what Paul Dano produces, because as an actor,
yeah,
he does sort of
non-mainstream.
Yeah. So again,
he was in Prisoner, Swiss Army Man.
Oh,
there will be blood.
Yeah.
He's a great actor. Really unsuspecting actor. You don't look at him.
Yeah.
You don't expect much from him.
He's not your Hollywood golden boy.
No, exactly.
And that.
Do you remember? It's funny because Paul Dano is a great actor, and he's been in better films than this. But I just remember him getting cut apart with a hacksaw in that Bruce Willis film, which was another debut director. It was amazing. Do you remember Bruce Willis Travels Back in Time? Not 12 Monkeys. And
Looper.
That's it, yeah. Looper. Do you remember Paul Dano gets cut up and his future self starts losing fingers?
Oh, shit, yeah.
That was an amazing scene. But that's what I remember Paul Dano for. Remember?
Sticks in mind.
Forever now.
I just remember him. The last thing I remember him was when he's hanging around with the dead Harry Potter.
Yeah. Daniel Radcliffe. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was great in There Will Be Blood with Daniel Day-Lewis. Who's up next? Do you want to... There was a Coen Brothers film.
Yep. I forgot, was it
the Ballad of Buster Scruggs?
Buster Scruggs.
Did you do it? He looked.
Looked around for confirmation.
Wide-eyed. Did I just say that right?
We were saying before, what trailer should we do? And Mark said, I can't say the name of that one, so I won't do that one. Ollie can do that one. And he just said it, and he was so happy. He looked at me like
his little face.
Wow, look at me.
Oh, proud moment.
Yeah,
you do it then, mate.
The Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
Yeah, he just fucked it all up.
You should have just left it at one.
You told me to say it again.
No, I didn't. I said, what did you think?
Oh, sorry.
Coen Brothers.
Oh, mate, I love the Coen Brothers.
What's it called? No, go on.
The Ballad of Buster Scruggs. I don't know.
Buster.
The Buster.
He might be a busker. No,
Yeah.
he's not. It's the guy from Oh Brother We're Out There, isn't it? The dumb one.
Yeah.
Anyway, this was going to be a TV series. It's a film. Did the trailer look good?
Yeah, it does. It's got their style. The cinematography looks great. Looks like some great actors in this film. I'd watch anything of the Coen Brothers anyway. You know,
Looks funny, right?
Yeah, there's funny, and I think there's some serious bits in there. I think it's like lots of little stories in one film. I don't think it's just one continuous. I think it's like little bits in.
Well,
I don't know if they're all going to interlink, but
Okay.
yeah, there's different stories. I think.
I'm assuming Buster Scruggs will link them up, won't he?
Yeah, it must do.
I'm excited by this. This looks great.
Yeah.
Is it a Netflix?
Yeah, it's going to be Netflix. Which that's the only downfall. But
Is it going to get a release? It's not, is it?
They were always hoping it's got a limited release in cinemas because this film, you know, people like that deserve to be on a big screen.
Yeah.
You know?
Liam Neeson was on there. I can't remember who else. There's some other
I
big
didn't
actors
notice Liam Neeson in
in
it.
there. Yeah.
But yeah, you just kind of think. To me, cinema is on the big screen. You know, the silver screen. That's where we watch these kind of films, and films like this deserve to be on there. You're going to be happy about it because you get to sit on your ass and watch it. I'm going to be depressed, but I'm going to.
Mate, I live 5 minutes from my local cinema, and I can't be bothered to go there. So you recommend people check out this trailer?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and there was one more. Olly,
Captive State.
What do you think of that?
Interesting. It threw me right at the end because I watched sort of 2 minutes worth of the trailer, and it's as a over voice of like sounds like a government message.
Or a voiceover.
Yeah, over voice.
I'm saying piss out of him now. I do it to both of you.
Yeah.
There wasn't
Shut up.
Yeah.
Okay. Just saying, lowest unemployment rate ever, lowest crime rate, and they're showing you little flash images of. I don't know if it's contradicting what's being said. I couldn't quite figure that out.
It was describing a utopian future, but showing shots of a dystopian future, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I think so.
It didn't give you a lot, did it?
No, not much. And then couldn't figure out where it was going to go until right at the end.
It's like got no choice, have they?
Yeah, everyone in a football stadium, rugby football stadium, please stand.
Give thanks.
Give thanks to your overmaster or something like that. I can't remember what it was.
Overlord God style.
Yeah, it's something implied that kind of positioning, and then you see a large, well, you figure it's probably a spaceship.
Yeah,
so
slide
that Independence style.
Yeah, slide over the top of the stadium, and that's it. Cuts out.
Yeah,
so it sort of throws you right at the end there.
I was expecting aliens all the way through, or Jesus to come out at the end.
Jesus,
one or the other. Yeah.
No, I don't think Jesus, but yeah.
But I think there was no actors I noticed.
No.
Which I always like it when I don't know anyone. Just looks like something a bit different.
Yeah,
because when it's not a big actor. You rely on the story, you know.
Yeah.
With big actors, people will go, "Oh, if it's a shit story, at least we've got the actor in the film, you know, involved."
Yeah,
looks interesting.
Yeah,
definitely.
Okay, so let's go. What are the I'll just say it, shall I? What was my one again? Wildlife is Jake Gyllenhaal. The Ballad of Buster Scruggs is the Coen Brothers film.
He did it.
And Captive State, which looks interesting. Check them out. Okay, boys, what you been up to? Who's going first? We should have arranged this first before we...
I don't mind.
Should I go? Because I forget what I'm talking about.
Yeah, maybe.
Netflix. I was flicking through Netflix this week, and, I'm not like Mark. I don't just watch vampires with and predators with my 1-year-old. I think I better look at something for kids.
My 3-year-old was there as well.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's called Next Gen, and I was flicking through, and I thought it's just another bullshit cartoon that I've never heard of. I think the screenshot was a girl with purple hair with a Baymax-looking robot.
Yeah.
Everyone knows I like Big Hero 6, right?
Yeah.
And it was fucking brilliant, right? She liked it, but she likes colours because she's one. It's a cross between Wally and Big Hero 6, and it looks better than both.
Really?
The way
That's
this
good.
film is lit is amazing.
Is it a 12? Is it rated 12?
Oh, mate, I knew the questions would start.
Sorry.
I know nothing about this film.
Okay.
You were supposed to research the...
I think I've seen the trailer, and the
Yeah.
trailer kind of... She doesn't like robots and technology or something, does she?
Basically, it's the future, near future, but everything's sentient. So even like a packet of crisps is a robot that says, "Hi, I'm a packet of crisps, eat me." And there's a noodle
okay.
pot that says, "Aren't I delicious?" and opens itself. And the cartoony stuff.
Yeah.
But it's done quite well. Yeah, I saw them out. I don't know the rating.
Okay, doesn't matter.
So
Sorry.
Yeah.
what company made it?
Fuck you. That sounds overly harsh, doesn't it? But I just said I don't know nothing about this film before we started recording. I don't even know who made it.
I'm trying to think of questions.
Do you know why I don't know who made it? It's because when the logos come up at the beginning, she was making a racket, so I had to get a biscuit or something.
Yeah, I don't even think it's just not even that. At the end, when you want to watch the credits, it goes 5, 4, 3, and then another trailer pops up or something else. You're like, I was watching that.
Yeah, Netflix are bad at that
Yeah.
because we loved the song that come on at the end of this film. This film had great music, as I say, it looked great, and my kid dances to anything. She's dancing along to the credits, cuts to some bullshit trailer for the next thing. Yeah, how do you stop that from happening? There is no
Must be a
button.
back button.
You just move the cursor across, I think. Off because it's already highlighted that little box that pops up.
Because you might be
just move
sitting
it
all
across.
cosy, you're like, oh, this is good, I'm just going to watch it.
Bit of pain in the ass to move your arm and finger.
Yeah. I might not.
Easy
I don't put
fucker.
the controls next to me. I kind of throw them on the sofa.
Oh, there's your first mistake. Oh, it never relinquish
Sorry,
the controls.
this needs explaining. You turn a TV show on, throw it across the room.
No, because
Your wife shouts,
No.
and most people are like, "Hang on, darling, mute the TV." He doesn't give a shit what his wife's saying.
fuck you, I'm not listening. No, basically, because I've got 3 children, all under the age of 6.
Yeah, you're insane.
I
Yeah.
always hold the control, all right, because otherwise I touch it, and then if it's ever beside you on the sofa, one of them will sit on it and turns the fucking channel over, and I hate that. So I put the controls on the sofa next to me.
Away
Right.
from you.
Away,
They can get that.
They're in
and what are
bed,
you going to do
though.
about it? Oh, they're in bed.
bed.
Why? So why you weren't not having it close to you then?
Because I'm worried about me touching it or
Well,
putting my feet on it or something.
Okay.
And I'm like, bollocks, because if I press the power off, it turns off my whole surround sound as well. And I'm like, bollocks, I have to go up and get all that fucking thing up, all the controls. And then I can't find one of them because I've got fucking 6 controls. For
You
all
have got a
these
lot of
other stuff.
controllers.
I need to have
yeah.
control within arm's reach. Otherwise, it stressed me out.
Yeah, because what if you had to turn it down or up?
Yeah.
No, I have it at a nice level straight away because I'm not stupid. I get it working how I'm happy with, and
Yeah.
I'm set, you know. Turn all the lights off.
I say you've got a well nice setup at your flat. That TV's massive.
Yeah.
It's a great height. You love cinema.
Yeah.
What? I mean, it's quite cinematic, your room,
The
right?
surround sound booming behind you.
Yeah.
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 Anyway, that's my film.
What was you saying?
Your point was, why are you going to cinema? Is basically what you're saying.
no.
He's trying to rope you into
It's
his.
not as big enough screen. It's
Well, that's a little bit bigger.
I haven't got Amos sound. you know.
Okay.
I want the better sound, but it's quite expensive, so I can't afford that at the moment.
Yeah.
So, you know.
And what you haven't got is someone talking behind you through the whole fucking film.
Yeah, or play with a phone. Well, I do have that, but yeah. On the wife.
Yeah. Back to my important film
Yeah,
that's
sorry.
brilliant. Yeah, cross between Big Hero 6 and Wally. Looks better than both. I can't really rate it above Wally because that is one of the best Pixar films ever made. The character, the girl's great. I can't,
Do you know any voice cast or anything? No?
Oh yeah, Michael Penna's a dog. That's the only bit I didn't like. I love Michael Penna, and there's a dog that barks, little pug thing like Grace. I think it's a Boston Terrier, maybe a French Bulldog. I don't know. That's not important. But the robot played by John Krasinski.
Oh, see, you've got
nice.
2 people now.
Okay, yeah, I just recognise voices, but I don't know who made the film.
Okay.
Netflix. The robot can recognise speech of animals, so he
Okay.
translates what the dog says. And
Right.
it's a sassy Michael Pena.
Oh, I'm not liking that combination.
Well, it's weird. He was so sassy. I thought it was Kevin Hart.
Did
He did the voice. That's how sassy Michael Pena was doing
That's
it.
a lot of sass.
Yeah, and so from then on, the dog talks all the way through, which I didn't like. But the difference between this and Baymax, Baymax had his own sort of dynamic going on, that he was a robot built to heal people.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Have you seen Big Hero 6?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, and he the kid tries to weaponize him.
Yeah.
This robot has already got weapons,
Right.
but he's got an injury from his escape. This robot of his memory core. So he has to, when he sits in the garage at night, she doesn't know this. He keeps it to himself. He has to delete memories to save himself from resetting him. It's hard to explain, but it's quite a clever way. He has to choose the right memories.
He's got to pick and choose, right?
Yeah, and eventually he's gonna die, I suppose, if he's reset this robot, and he's gonna have to delete memories of this girl who he's with, and he ends up deleting his weapons system to save memories of her.
Right.
I thought that was really well done, because it means the kid's obviously she's lost her dad. She's got a dynamic. The robots tend to not have much going on in these films.
I'm not sure I can watch this. Sounds a bit too emotional.
Mermaid boy over here.
He's already tearing up.
I am, yeah.
Because, I'm not going to spoil the film, but there's obviously, there's going to be some sort of reset going on later in the film. But the robot is done really well. John Krasinski's voice is great. The character doesn't have a name all the way through.
What's the point of the robot in the first place?
The point of the robot is, well, I can tell you the whole story. There's a Justin Pin, I think his name is. He's voiced by
Jason
Sudeikis. Yeah, well done, Mark. He's got a phone. And he plays this sort of Steve Jobs character. Right. Everyone's got this little Qbot, which is like the iPhone.
Right. Okay.
And there's a new one out, so the whole world flocks to see it and gets one because it's got a slightly bigger screen. But it turns out, he might not be the good guy. And something world-changing happens, and this robot who just breaks out of this place.
Okay.
He finds this girl, and they team up. And it's not all fun. There's some serious stuff going on. It'd be great for your daughter.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
She 7 or 8 year old. And I think all kids will love it.
Yeah.
Nice. There's a message in there. I wanted to watch
it with my kids, but they wouldn't watch it.
It's all about, I think Ollie talked about it before, an over-reliance on technology. We talked about it in Upgrade. And it's almost like an stop staring at your phone all the time.
Yeah.
Good.
It needs to be like that.
It's on Netflix now. It's called Next Gen. That's all I know.
I'm going to check it out this weekend.
Yeah, I'm up for that.
Okay.
Sorry, I talk about technology. I'm sitting looking at my phone because I was just trying to find more about that company who made it. I couldn't find it. No.
Do you know, I'll tell you everything I know about this company. Their logo, before I walked out of the room and got a biscuit for my kid, is some sort of leafy plant growing up.
China, Canada, United States. So that's where its country of origin.
Right. Yeah, this was a China-American made film. The main character is, I think, Chinese-American, the girl. She, I don't know her name, but she was in House. She does a lot of voices in my favourite show, Steven Universe.
Oh, yes.
But I can't remember her name. I'm really sorry.
Did she do Amethyst then?
She did like a load of... She did Ruby.
Okay.
Not any main characters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What you been up to, Ollie?
Ollie?
Or Mark?
Yeah.
Who wants...
I said Ollie. Might as well do Ollie.
Yeah, so I watched
phone,
the first episode of Trust, which is a new BBC Two series.
Okay.
Centred around the billionaire John Paul Getty, set in the 70s.
Okay.
So he was a very wealthy man, made his money, or family made his money through oil.
Yep.
And it centred around the story / scandal of the kidnapping of his grandson by the Italian mob.
Can I just ask, is this fiction or documentary?
It's based on true stories, but it's
actors?
Actors, yeah.
Yep.
And real conversations that took place.
When you say Kitty, I just kind of think of John Travolta's new film. Is that Kitty?
See, we've had this recently with Mark Wahlberg, yeah. Kevin Spacey was recast.
Yes, that's exactly the one. Yeah, that's the same story. Yeah, so this is the BBC's dramatisation, 10-part, 1-hour episodes.
10 hours, right?
Yeah. Donald Sutherland plays John Paul Getty. The cast is pretty good. Some other good cast members in there. Directed by Danny Boyle. I think he's directed about 4 episodes of it, 3 or 4 episodes.
Right. Oh, great!
Screen. Simon Beaufort is the writer. He did Slumdog Millionaire, 127 Hours. A couple of other good.
So they're both
ones as well.
They're both Danny Boyle directed films.
Yeah. So good pedigree.
Back together.
Yeah, good pedigree.
The level. I don't think people understand this. The level of wealth of John Paul Getty I mean, it's insane, right?
Yeah.
Do you get that? Does that come across?
Yeah, it does. It does.
Is he selfish as he is in the film? You know,
Yes,
he doesn't want to help his grandson in the
basically
film.
His children, his son. It starts off looks like a typically sort of Danny Boyle sort of bright colours. It sort of draws you in, and it's a party at his mansion, and it ends up. It's not a spoiler to say his son killing himself, and you'll see how that happens when you watch it. That son, I think George, was his bet to take over or carry on the family business. His other 3 sons are a disappointment to him, but he's not a nice guy at all. He's got a harem of harem, is that the way you pronounce it? Harem, sorry, yeah, of mistresses that live in his mansion that he calls upon when he wants.
Fucking hell.
So he's sort of a bitter, eccentric man. He washes his own underpants and socks at night every night and hangs them to dry.
It's weird.
Some very weird sort of tendencies.
Because they had that in the film, like he was doing his own stuff to save money.
Even in hotels that he stayed in, he'd still wash his own.
He installed a payphone in his house, in his mansion, that people would have to pay to use the phone.
What
So
a tartar.
and then the story unfolds. You sort of get the introduction, you get a little sense of him and what's going on, and then suddenly his grandson bursts onto the scene. This sort of 16-year-old hippie bursting into a very sort of stuffy, sort of well-to-do arena, as it were.
Yeah.
And he thinks that they have a connection, which you'll see in the program through various different interests. And he sort of eyes light up, John Borghetti, thinking, "Oh, this could be my heir." And he actually announces that he will be.
Right.
And then
right.
But this lad's been in trouble in Rome, so he got kicked out of school.
Yeah.
Sort of bumming around Rome, borrowing money from people you shouldn't borrow money from. Gets kidnapped, and then it's how this whole story then unfolds.
So the major, what people remember from the news at the time is he came out and said directly to news media he's not going to pay this ransom, right? Even though he can.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Easily.
I think they asked for 17 million. I think was the ransom. Wasn't it? I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he thinks it's a con by his grandson.
Oh yeah.
To get that, and so then you just watch how the story unfolds. So the fact, like I said, I've only seen the first episode, but
can I just ask it's called Trust? Why is it called Trust?
I do not know. I can't give you that answer.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, why do you think it is?
Maybe because he trusts no one.
Doesn't trust anyone.
Yeah, he doesn't. No, he doesn't trust his sons. He's got no. Yeah. So I think that's.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is basically the trust on the basic human
level.
What's
it on? BBC Two.
BBC Two. Yeah.
He's horrible.
All on
bloke.
iPlayer.
Horrible, nasty bloke, and I can imagine Donald Sutherland.
Is he dead in real life
well.
now? Yeah.
Do you know what? Yeah.
He'd be fucking old, mate.
Yeah.
If he, mate, what you been up to, Mark?
Right. On YouTube, you can
Yeah.
catch the first episode of Jim Carrey's new TV show called Kidding, about a TV entertainer called Jeff Pickles.
Right.
And he's basically an
Is
iconic.
it real life?
No, it's like a comedy. I think they based Jeff Pickles off some Rogers bloke who was a child entertainer in America. But like he's really like everyone's grown up with him over 30 years. He's like entertained.
Why are you smiling?
I burped and said, "Oh, pardon me." I thought,
But he started grinning at me.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, I forgot I had a microphone on. Sorry, mate."
Jim Carrey, is he back to his best?
Do you know? I think people who expect Jim Carrey to come out being his wacky self, doing stupid faces, will be really disappointed.
Oh, he doesn't do that.
Not
even
really.
when he's playing a child's entertainer.
No, he's kind of this. When he's not filming his TV show for children with puppets and stuff, because he uses puppets to kind of give messages about things out. And basically, straight away from the beginning, you find out that this guy, he's had a really traumatic thing happen to him in his life.
Right.
One of his children dies in a car crash.
Oh, God.
And he wants
Ollie's tearing up already.
He wants to speak about death to these children on his show. And his dad kind of runs a company. His sister works there as a puppeteer maker.
Right.
And he's really nice, so like his other son, who was a twin, so one of the twins dies, and the other one is like kind of being rebellious a little bit, smoking a bit of drugs and stuff. He's only like 12.
Yeah.
Says pussy. He's like, don't say a bad word if you can say a nice word,
Okay.
And he carries bottled water around, so when he walks the dog, And Dog Weezy waters the grass. You know, he picks up fag butts if someone throws. He's a nice person,
So
genuinely really
Jim
kind.
Carrey's playing. What's his name? What's he called?
Jeff Pickles.
Jeff Pickles, right?
It's like Piccolio or something. I can't remember his name, but
So it's not a wacky Jim Carrey.
it's got funny bits in there. It's got some really funny bits in, but it's not. It's more of a drama with comedy elements in there.
Well, we know he's done what?
Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
It's directed by the director of that.
Man on the Moon. He's done some great serious performances.
So is it Mikhail Gondry or something? I can't even say the name right.
That makes people get.
Basically, the director of Eternal Sunshine is directing this series.
Oh,
I think he's a bit of an underrated actor, Jim Carrey, in
I
that
think-
sense. You know what I mean? I think he conveys like really emotional performances really well. Everyone just makes him.
Anything.
Yeah.
There's a scene in this first episode where he gets his little car. I've watched 2 episodes. You can watch the first episode on YouTube. It's on Showtime, and he's got this little ukulele that's got little hands, and he puts his hands in it, and it's like a little puppet, and it plays a guitar, and he sings.
That's
And
cool.
he goes, waka waka waka, and it means watch out for falling coconuts. And it's just a really good performance. But when he talks about death, you start welling up because it's really emotional, and you can see how the heartache in this character, and from his family. And it's not just him going through this, because obviously he was married, and his marriage is falling apart.
Right.
Where you hear a lot of some people who've lost children.
I think most couples suffer serious.
Yeah, so he got that, and then his sister is married to this guy, a man, and she feels like something's happening between her relationship, you know. And then there's the dad who's trying to keep the company together and keep this branded character of Jeff Pickles to what people expect and know.
The media, the coverage of him has to be a certain way.
Yeah, so he wants to do this. So he kind of does silly things like he shaves a bit of his hair. And he's got really long hair, so he shaves it down the middle, so he looks mental. But like,
what, to rebel against the CEO of the company?
But he can't. He doesn't get angry. He doesn't shout. He doesn't get angry at anyone. He's got this really nice, and you can kind of see. I think over the episodes, he's going to slowly break up, and everything's just he's going to fall apart.
Right, okay. So it's quite a bit of tension building up.
Yeah, but it's got some really funny bits in it. I
And
laughed out loud quite a few times, but I'm also quite set back. And
I'll just say, he does serious roles, and he's obviously doing the loop of all the talk shows to promote it.
Yeah.
He's fucking insane on talk shows.
Yeah.
He doesn't talk about the show.
Yeah.
He just fucking goes crazy. I love it.
But he's on a real sort of existentialism sort of way of thinking now, isn't he? You've seen interviews recently in the last sort of year, 2 years. He's all about
life and stuff like that.
Yeah, we're not really here, and all that kind of thing. And
he does a lot of paintings as well.
He
Doesn't
yeah,
he?
he's actually a really good artist.
He
I
does
like his
paintings of pictures of Trump, which made me laugh.
Yeah.
But just talking with Jim Carrey, I loved him in what's that cannibal film we saw, or I told you to watch? Oh mate, this is going to piss me off.
Cannibal film.
Yeah, it's got old Jason Momoa living
Bad
in the
Batch.
Right, Bad Batch.
Oh yeah,
I loved that, right? And people didn't know he was in it. He played the homeless guy who asked Jason Momoa to draw him or something. But he's absolutely brilliant. He's only in it for a few minutes, but he's great in that.
I think this will shock a lot of people from his performance in this.
And this is what? YouTube?
YouTube for the first episode, and Showtime is on. I don't know what channel it's going to be on in the UK, but it's something that I really highly recommend, because you've got this kind of comedy element, you've got the drama, the sadness. One minute you're sad, next minute you're happy. You don't know where the fuck you are at the end of an episode. I watched it once on my own, and then I re-watched it with a wife, and she really enjoyed it as well.
Oh, good.
So it's
Called Kidding.
Yeah, it's only 30 minutes long.
Okay.
It's going to be 10 episodes, so definitely check it out. It's got Catherine Keener.
Oh, I like her.
You know, from what she Get Out. She was in last with.
Is she 40-year-old virgin?
40-year-old virgin.
Yeah.
Frank Langley. I can't even say his bloody name. Sorry.
Buster Scruggs.
Fucking prick. It's got some really good actors in there. It's got some great performances. Definitely something to check out.
Yeah.
Highly recommend.
I'm watching that.
Cool.
I'm going to watch. Have we done everyone now?
Yep.
My voice has gone a bit. So watch my one. What was that?
Next Gen.
Next Gen. With your kids or without. Watch. What was your one?
Don't watch Trust with your kids, but watch Trust anyway.
Watch Trust, because it sounds. I think Donald Sutherland, I could watch him in anything.
Yeah.
And watch Mark's one, which was
Kidding.
Okay. and then we'll get there. Mate, my fucking memory.
Oh, this episode too. What?
Yeah, this is a lot of waffling. But
Fucking
it's
everywhere.
it is everywhere. But that's funny.
It is the fact that we didn't like Predator. It makes a really good
Yeah,
podcast.
I
know, it
prefer it,
sounds
yeah.
good.
Question on Predator.
Go on. Can I pause this?
No, keep it. It's all right.
Oh, go on.
In your opinion, Danny Glover, Schwarzenegger, Adrian Brody, and what's his name? Boyd Holbrook in the jungle.
Right, lead actors, yeah.
Yeah. Who wins in the fight to
Do you
fight
even
for
serious
survival?
asking this question?
Yeah.
It's going to be fucking Schwarzenegger. all
I'm not
day, mate.
saying guns. I'm saying just making do.
I
Who
think
be the first one to
Schwarzenegger.
die? Danny Glover, right?
Yeah.
No,
No, but he done really well
Right, no,
against the Predator.
I was going to say Danny Glover would win.
Really?
If it's a film as a character, that's how it would be written.
Okay.
He'd be the last one standing, just as he was the last one standing in Predator 2. I think.
No.
No.
Watch
In his
Predator
long-
2 again,
in
and
his
he's
long
doing
trench
this
coat.
all the
Yeah,
time,
yeah.
running
Yeah.
into rooms.
But they wouldn't have
with
that gun. I'm saying they're nothing. No, they've got to make do with wherever they are.
I
Who's-
think
who-
Schwarzenegger, because he sets up all these cool traps. You know, Adrian Bro, is it Adrian?
Yeah,
He had to rely on guns and knives,
Yeah, but he's got a little bit of sneakiness, like assassin
He's
to him,
quick.
I think. Yeah.
but he didn't have no traps.
Schwarzenegger's lumbering brute,
Yeah, but
isn't
he
he?
was clever and smart, covered himself in shit. Even though Adrian
Wasn't
Bro,
actual shit, was it?
no, it's mud.
Okay,
but
mud, okay.
he stole that from Schwarzenegger because he covered himself in mud as well.
Yeah,
Adrian.
I get Brody gets my vote, I think.
Do you?
Yeah.
Right, you both make good points.
I think
But-
his nose will be hiding right out the tree. You're spot from a mile away.
But you're both wrong.
Okay.
It's Danny Glover, right? He's a black actor. They're always the first to die. He has never died in a Lethal Weapon. He's retiring. He's a black police officer.
He's had enough of this
He's
shit.
st-
He's too
he
old for
still
this
has-
shit.
Bomb under the toilet, and he still
He's
survived.
literally written to die in a film, and he still hasn't. So now he'd be last one standing.
Nah.
Can
Who's
I-
the other one?
Go on,
Broadbeck, do you say? What's his name? That fucking character.
Boyd
Boyd
Holbrook.
Holbrook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think he won't do well? He's a
He's
sniper.
It'd be
Sit the
between him and
distance, take
Brody. I
people.
think Glover would go first. Schwarzenegger
Yeah.
would just crush him, and then
Oh, they find each other.
yes, not against
Okay.
Predator. I'm talking about fighting each
Yeah,
other.
in the jungle.
Yeah, in the jungle.
Fucking Danny Glover wouldn't survive because he'd be jumping out the tree with his fucking luminous
Yeah.
mustard trousers. You just see him from a mile away.
We're talking about a film, though, aren't we?
I don't know if yeah, I'm talking about if we just pluck them.
Yeah.
What, the actors?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, Adrian Brody's good at the piano. Would that help?
Stop in the jungle. Everyone's running towards her. Ding-ling. Everyone just stops.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cries.
God. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Peeing.
Right, people, what are we going to see next week? You don't know, do you?
Don't tell me you're
know.
not prepared for
A
this.
simple favour.
We always look at Mark.
Oh.
A simple favour
Yeah.
with the beautiful midget, which is Anna Kendrick. She's tiny, man.
And what's the other girl's name?
I like people you can pick up easily. Don't you?
Throw him about. So does the Predator.
Yeah. That's a great link.
Great
No,
link. Seamless.
I saw a little old
Yeah.
lady the other day.
Do you see my seamless link in? Sorry. Do you see my seamless link in my YouTube video?
Yes.
You were reviewing a film called A Beautiful Day,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
and you
never
said
really hear.
you said it. The sun is shining. I'm off work. It's a beautiful day. Did you set that up?
Yeah, I did. I'd done it once. It sounded really good, so I recorded it over and over again. Kept doing it.
It wasn't. Yeah.
You should know my back.
It was special. It was special.
Mate, you should hear some of my outtakes of my YouTube video. Sorry, some of them are fucking mental.
Mate, you should put all the YouTube
You should-
outtakes on.
It'd be like a massive, hour-long meeting.
You realise they'll get fucking 10 times more viewings than your normal video.
Just a super
More than my
cut.
13 views.
Well, go on, carry on the
Sorry,
story
what's
about
it,
you
mate?
saw a
Old
small old
lady.
lady.
It's not a
And?
story. I just followed her for ages. I wasn't following her. We were just going in the same way.
That's what they all say when you
But
get.
I had to
Yeah.
resist picking her up. You know,
How
old
much do you have to
people.
resist?
Picking an old
Getting the
person.
urge. To
Well,
pick
no,
her
I
up.
think.
Give her a hug.
skin's so soft and you're so
No, it's
tiny.
not. I just like little people. I like picking them up. You know what I mean?
Does
Ollie's
it, make you,
rather
does it make
tiny.
you feel powerful?
I don't know.
Feel like a giant?
It can be a man, a woman, not a kid, because they're meant to be small. But yeah, I kept thinking, what would happen?
I'm gonna
How
take-
could
I'm
I
gonna-
pick
I'm
her
gonna
up
take you
and
to
get
a-
away with it?
What would you?
Watch out for that hole.
Oh no! What are we talking? Picking up? Are we talking like arms outstretched, holding up in front of you? Or are you talking about like a hug, big bear hug?
No, I just mean pick them up under the armpits, put them down.
Mate,
replace them.
I'm really
like
hoping
a game of The Sims or something.
I'm really hoping there's going to be like a dwarfism an event where you people, all dwarfs, come and meet. All right, for like an expo, and I'm going to take you down there.
Well, no, again, dwarfs, they're meant to be small. I mean, that sounds weird. I don't really want to pick them up, or kids. Just people who are abnormally small.
Old people and fucking people with
old
deformities.
people, but I honestly think, how can I get away with it?
Okay.
So I'm thinking, I'll just go up to her, pick her up a little bit, go, oh, sorry, I thought you were someone else.
else.
That's the best way, right? Can our listeners write in and just tell me how I can pick small people up and get away with it? Please?
Oh my god.
Yeah. There's someone knocking on his door soon. Excuse me, sir.
I have to resist picking Olly's wife up. I used to just do it.
Yeah.
Well, do you know what? I still do it. Because you do the old kisses, and I think I still pick her up.
Well, your family, mate. You're allowed to. That's okay.
Yeah.
Hi, Kay.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to come round and get it out of my system.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. so we're watching A Simple Favour. That's how we got started. She's a midget, right?
Is it Blair Lively? Isn't it?
Blake.
Blake Lively.
Yeah. Shallows.
Yeah.
Shark film she was in. I like that.
Yeah.
Gossip Girl. She's known from.
I don't know what's that.
Are you looking forward to this film?
It looks good.
Yeah.
It does look good.
And that'll be next week. So how can people get in contact?
As always, you can download and stream on TuesdayBrew.com. You can follow us at Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Tuesday Brewcast. Any questions or just want to say hello, you can do it there. You can also download us on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play Music, and Google Podcasts. Yeah,
mate, you do really well because you used to struggle with all that, and every time you pause, you look at me in the face
because I think you're going to go.
No, I'm
this one, Mark.
I think it's you're looking at me for support, and just my face helps you. You take a dog for a walk. Olly will know this. When dogs shit, they look at you in the face. It's called an awkward dog shit scare. It's a stare, and it's because they just need reassurance while they're in their most vulnerable position.
You've got their back.
That you're there.
No, I don't think that is. I think dogs do that and look at you going, I can't believe you still pick my shit up after all these years.
I don't like making eye contact with my dog when it's shitting. It's
just looking at you again.
It disturbs me a little bit.
Yeah.
Especially when they're shivering.
But they didn't.
It's like when your kids come in and go, Dad. For fuck's sake. Call me when you're finished.
Anyway, that's what you remind me of.
Yeah, thanks, mate. I don't look at you for support.
You remind of a shitting dog.
Mate, I'll go and get the bags. Right. Fucking hell. This episode, man. We'll see you next week for A Simple Favour, Blake Lively, Anna Kendrick.
Don't forget to follow me at Loki Amos.
Yeah, all the episodes are on YouTube. Well, they will be soon.
Yeah.
I might cut that.
Nice.
Choose a Brew YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Different reviews on films that I'll pick up. Also, we'll be putting all our podcasts on there, so check it out.
Okay. See you next week.
See ya. Bye.